Hey Ken, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm great. Oh, here's Lindsay. One just a second.
Hi,
Hi.
how are ya?
Good. I was
Take it.
gonna be on camera, but then like life happened, and I was just like, yeah,
I get that.
no time.
I get it.
Yeah. So, what have you
I
guys been up to?
Life
Yeah,
happens.
right.
Yeah, we've been chatting back and forth. Uh, I have a cataract surgery I got to do in January, and
Oh,
yeah, don't get old. It sucks, but
He's the alternative.
oh well, well, that's true. But so it's kind of weird. So I can't really, I can't see too good at night. I can't see too good during the day. But they say once this surgery's done, I won't need glasses, contacts. I might need readers, but once it's done, and I get to actually be able to drive again normally at night. So
oh, how nice.
don't get old. But Lindsay was talking about that book, the bookcase
Bookshop.
bookshop, and I
Oh,
haven't.
the treasure hunt.
Yeah, I haven't even touched it. I got through the first part of it, and I got crazy at work, and then we're closing down the camper this weekend. But after that, I got all the time in the world, so we'll start looking at that too.
I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm enjoying it a lot. I mean, I think I'm stuck in a lot of places, but I have not given up. I'm still trying. I did my first cipher by hand. I'm so proud of myself.
That's cool.
Oh, that is cool. Nice. And now we get to make a book.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm kind of excited about that. Um, I don't know if I guess let's just go ahead and charge on through, right? And then I'll pull up Facebook in case anybody's leaving comments or whatever. Um, but crazy I know it's a crazy idea, right?
Love
To
it.
get like 30 people or however many, whoever wants uh to join in to make one. But I don't know,
Well,
it seems fun.
it's a tough weekend. I think that a lot of people have Halloween crap going on,
Yeah,
so
yeah, for
you
sure.
never know.
We had 2 trunk or treats, for both the kids' scouts, but one ended up being this morning and one is tomorrow afternoon. So I thought that was good. They didn't take up all of the evenings for the whole weekend or whatnot.
Yeah,
And I think Tony wants to join us, and Kathy said she wants to join us. Maybe Samantha, and um, and some others. But then, so maybe we can get some like people that actually have experience in here. But
That'd be good.
uh, yeah. So um, yeah. But I was thinking, I thought this would be a really fun way to like make a book. And to just kind of like get anybody that wants to do it kind of like over that first hurdle of like, um, because KDP, the publishing, it's super easy. So it's both like super hard and super easy to write a book. You know what I mean? Like it's not super hard, but it's both, like the actual work of it, and then but it's really easy to publish, I guess I'd say. Um so I'm not sure if anybody's watching yet. So but we'll just go ahead since this video will stay up. Um so I was thinking like maybe this kind of gives us the best of both worlds kind of thing. We have creative control over our own puzzles, our own rules, our own like deciding like what we have to give for a prize. If and a prize isn't I mean, it's not necessary, so you don't even have to really give a prize. Here's Tony.
Hello.
Hey, how
Yeah.
are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
doing well.
So we were just diving in. Tony, tell us. I know you've won a lot of treasure hunts.
Well, I wouldn't say a lot.
Well, some good ones. Yeah. Um, so have you made one before? Like, I think,
Yeah, I made
yeah.
the one the B-sides hunt
Oh, yes, of
recently,
course, yes.
and just I had a cat jump up to eat my food, so will not eat it. Yeah, and I used to do like a website where I made a different code or puzzle a day and just posted it for people to solve.
Nice.
But it got really time consuming, so I stopped.
Yeah.
And I just do dabble in it just because I think it's a really interesting art form that a lot of people don't think of as an art form. So that always fascinates me.
Yeah, I have to agree. I like you calling it an art form because there really is an art to it, and you can kind of, I don't. The more you practice, I guess, the better you can get. Anyway, but so tell us, do you have any tips for us embarking on this adventure of making a book? Any advice for like us newbies that are just trying to get out there and get going?
Well, first of all, I don't think you're a newbie. I think you've built tons of experience just making all the puzzles in the groups. I think that's the best thing you can do is just make a bunch of puzzles and see, because you're always surprised at like which ones are easy and which ones are hard. And the ones you think are hard are people solve quickly, and the ones you think are easy, they take forever to solve. So as far as this book, that it could be something like, hey, this is the first book and we're going to learn as we go. And if we do a second book, we'll use the lessons that we learned in the first one. Yeah. So that would be really my only advice is keep it low pressure for everybody.
Yeah. That's really good advice.
And
'Cause I
don't give
feel
away like a $100,000 prize that maybe solved in like 5 minutes. Who knows?
that does. It's been a rough month or couple of weeks for puzzle hunt creators, man.
That Skydrop thing was crazy.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. And then the Great US, which they're usually on point. Like they usually, I mean, I'm not saying they're not doing things right now or whatever, but man, they usually have got like everything thought out like ahead of time and like got like contingency plans on contingency plans and stuff like that. And even they're having a tough time with this, with the newest book, with shipping times and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a rough week for the creators out there.
Are they doing that through Amazon as well?
I don't know. They're not actually. They're shipping it themselves, which I think is one really big plus. It's going to be proving to be one really big plus for shipping through Amazon, because Amazon, I mean, I think I still order stuff and I'm shocked at the times that they give. Like they're like, "What do you mean it's going to be here at like I just ordered it and it's going to be here at 7?" Like how is that even possible? Like I know I live next to a big city, so I guess that's probably it, but it's like even next day is kind of like amazing that they can do that sometimes. But yeah, so KDP I think is a really big plus. I think there's probably better places, like the places that probably give better deals to the writer, as far as like cost and royalties and stuff like that. But I don't think their deals are bad, and plus you cannot beat that shipping. That on-demand print and ship is like price to me.
Yeah.
And
you don't have to print like 200 copies and then worry about having to sell them all.
Yes, you don't have to buy any kind of inventory. You have to do nothing. You don't even have to know when people order it. They just send you a report. You can look up like how many people bought it today. Oh, look, that's great. So that's pretty cool too. But like you were saying, I think probably just the easiest way to do it is just keep it simple. Let's we pick a page size and color and then, just roll on through. And this, I think Samantha or Chantel may know more about this, but I know that KDP gives you a Word doc template with the built-in margins and like that center, I think they call it the gutter or whatever, like and things like that already built in, but I'm not sure if you can use other software to publish, because you have to turn it into a PDF document and then you submit the PDF document. So I'm assuming that anything that you can export into a PDF like Microsoft Publisher, things like that, could also be used to format it, as long as you're just using those same margins.
Yeah, you can save anything into a PDF, even Word or LibreOffice.
Yeah. because Word is so tough. Word can be kind of hard to work with for pictures and stuff if you're not used to it. Yeah, so I like to use Publisher. Someone, Kathy said she likes Canva. I watched a video on Canva where you can just build, like it has like so many like clip art pieces and things like that. You just build it and export it and you're done. Here's Kathy. We were just talking about, you were talking about like Canva,
Kathy.
that you really liked Canva.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I watched a video on a person doing a KDP book. She was making a planner, but she used all the Canva stuff. And she made a book in like 20 minutes, like a planner, but still it had all of like the clip art images and all kinds of stuff that she could just like pick and move around and done.
Yeah, it probably takes me longer than 20 minutes to use Canva. That's just because I can't make decisions.
Oh,
So
so we were just saying that anything, we think several software types can be used for the formatting as long as you just use that same margins, and because it all has to be turned into a PDF, and then the PDF is what's formatted for submission. So,
Oh, I do have one question.
Yeah.
Would each person format their own page, or would we sort of give them to one person and then they would format it into the book?
yeah, I'm hoping what will happen is let's do this. Let's have everyone format their own section into pages. So you will already have like the page breaks formatted, all your images added and where you want them centered and everything else. And then you'll just send the PDF to me, and then I'll compile it all into one book. And then we can all get, I don't know how many proofs that they'll send out, but I'll try to get an author's proof for everyone, even just to keep it as a souvenir, like, because it probably takes too long to have it, because they only mail them to one address. So even if they give me like 20 author's proofs, then, I'll just have to mail those out to you guys for like a souvenir or whatever. But everyone will have the chance to review their section as it is in the format for the book, if that makes sense, before we okay it and proof it and things like that.
And they'll probably send a digital proof too that people can look at.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, absolutely. And then you can just email that out. Like, I think everyone at that point, because it'll be like right before it's released, I'm sure everyone at that point will be fine with it just being emailed out to the whole group. I'm guessing we can talk about it. I don't know if anyone would have problems with the people that are working on the book seeing the book a week ahead. I wouldn't think that is disqualified from winning the prizes, but if that is a concern for anyone, then maybe we can work on just like chopping it into sections and sending out those sections, I guess.
And once we send you the PDF or whoever is putting it together, you would still need to change it, like put a page number and stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah. So all the page numbers and stuff like that will come at the end. Yes, that's an excellent point. So please don't put page numbers in. Please don't put your own page numbers in unless, let's just make it where they're not. I was going to say unless they're part of your puzzle. But what we could do is you could know ahead of time what your page numbers will, not that far ahead of time, but like say for that final draft. So everyone sends it in, we format it into the one complete set, aka the book, and then you'll know what your page numbers will be. And then if you need your page numbers for your puzzle, then you'll have that a week ahead of time. I don't know if that's, but I don't think we can do much better than that. As far as anyone that's needing page numbers. So maybe,
And it might change because you might sort of have to put a page in between two others. So maybe it's best just to say, don't use a page number in your puzzle.
Yeah, that's probably the best idea because one, you won't be able to know it until right at the end. And even, best laid plans, there may be like someone forgot a picture or something like that. And all of a sudden that sets, everyone a page down the road or something like that. What I am planning to do is, let's see if I can find that. So I did like an example one. So I was going to plan on everyone starting on an odd page, which won't affect your formatting because you'll just format it as page 1. But then I figured that it will look nice to have like a blank page. And then, your section beginning. And then, so this was just an old puzzle that I did. So it'd be like puzzles, puzzles, puzzles. And then like the rules section, you could put the rules section at the front. You can put it at the end, whichever you prefer. If you have like credits or, something like that you want to put on for a bio page, please feel free. You can put that right here. Your information, like where we can find your puzzles, what your past puzzles are. You have like future stuff coming up, whatever. And then, yeah, so I think let's go back to like cover sheets. So I think it would be nice to have if everyone has a cover sheet or a cover page, not a cover sheet. A cover sheet sounds like a high school book report, but just like something that's gives the title. All you really have to have on there is a title. I think it's up to everybody, like whatever you want to put on the cover sheet. What do you guys think?
I like it.
Yeah.
Did we
Yeah,
decide if it was going to be color or black and white?
Yeah, I think the vote ended up color, standard color. And I think we could do like a really nice book because there's so many of us that royalties really aren't going to really be anything significant ever anyway. If by the time you split it between 20, 25 people, really there's not going to be a whole lot there. But the color, we could do like a really nice looking book and it all be completely covered by, just the sales cost of, I don't know, something like $20 or something like that. We can all like decide if we want to up the cost a little bit, but I think kind of it'd be fun to keep it kind of, I don't know, you kind of have to strike that balance. Like usually with a smaller group of people, you're really wanting to, by the time you put all this much work into it, you want something, you want some royalties out of it, or you at least want to recoup, what you've put into it. But with this many people, it might be that we shift towards like doing a nicer book since it's not going to cost us anything. And
I almost think it's going to be a harder, right? Because everybody will do something just slightly different. So you're not going to be able to get like some cohesive, like method to solve any of them, right? Like, it'd be interesting. So I think it'll probably be around a while. Is what I feel like. Like at least one will be unsolved or whatever. So
yeah, I can think so.
it's going to go viral in Europe.
You have to be a freaking genius to get mine.
Challenge accepted.
Well, I will say I've seen someone sent me their work and I was really impressed with it and their prize. And I was like, dear God, are you really going to give that much away for a prize? Like, wow. Okay. All right. Let's do this thing. Cause I was thinking like most people would be like, I don't know, 30, 40, $50, but this prize was a lot higher than that. And I was like, okay, I guess we're going to have a little bit of everything in here. So I think that's probably what's going to be fun is that it is going to be a little bit of everything.
Well, I kind of told you what I'm doing.
Yeah, I love your idea. I think it's
Yeah.
great. I think that would, I don't know anybody that wouldn't really like that.
It's not to tip my hat or anything, but it was inspired. Now I'll explain that later.
I- So what do you guys think? Do you have any questions or like
Will some of them be boots on the ground, or it's just up to people if they want to hide
Yeah.
something in somewhere in the field?
yeah, I think totally. I think that's what one of the coolest parts about this thing is going to be. It's just going to be up to everybody. It's just like do whatever you want to do. Like yeah, if you want to do a boots on the ground one, add it in. If you want to do just completely armchair, if you don't even want to have a prize, you know what I mean? If you just want to have something fun in there, if you want it to be like email solution, if you want it to be, you know, you have to post this picture of you with your, you know, with whatever cool thing you found, you know, like whatever it is, it's just, yeah, just
Yeah,
whatever.
I kind of like that because, well, Lindsay was kind of mentioning this earlier on that, you know, I suck at ciphers, so I might find a puzzle where I'm like a holy cipher and then go to the next puzzle. So I think that having a bunch of different people with a bunch of different types of puzzles, I think that's paramount. It's going to be amazing. It's absolutely going to be amazing. And like you say too, it's you know you'll probably have a couple puzzles that 5 years from now haven't been solved yet. It'll be mine, but
Oh, should there be a website so like a person who just got the book who's playing can like look up and see like, well, which one should I bother even trying to see which ones have already been solved and stuff like that?
I was thinking I could do a Discord server, like
cool.
yeah, if people think that that would be adequate, and then each section would have its own channel, or even maybe like depending on what the setup is, if you have like a really long section, you need multiple channels or whatever.
or like The Secret, each puzzle,
Yeah,
that would be great.
yeah. So then it's just kind of one place that people could all talk, and the news, you know, like each creator could put out, they could do whatever they want. If they wanted to put out, if they wanted to describe the way they want to put out any updates or any clues or anything like that. But also then the Discord channel would, or the Discord server would be there as kind of a one-stop hub. And then we can move like Jenny does. You could just move puzzles down to solved once they're solved, and you know, that kind of thing. But that's kind of what I was envisioning, just one place. But then yeah, like everybody's gonna be their own, they're gonna run their own hunt. So if they want to give out clues, they give out clues. If they don't want to, they don't want to. If they want to, like, yeah, just whatever they envision, whatever they want to do.
Cool.
Are there different rules in different states for giving away a prize?
Oh, that's a great question. I would think that it's got to be like a minimum, like there's got to be like, if it's above a certain amount. So maybe that's a good thing.
That's a great question because like if you are at a casino in Connecticut and you win over $700, you got to get tax thing. If it's, I just don't think the prizes, depending on how much, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I just don't think the prizes from everybody are going to be like over tax numbers or something like that.
There's like a lot of times like there's disclaimers. Like I enter a lot of like sweepstakes and like contests and stuff like that. And like, you know, this state has this and this state does this. And if you're in this state, well, it's this. And I don't know if they would treat this because, but it's all separate, but like combined, like the value could be over that amount, you know, like
one person solved all of the puzzles or some crazy thing happened like that.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a good question. I'm going to call my lawyer. I'm going to call Tim.
There you go.
Tim will know.
But that's an excellent point. That is something that definitely needs to go into the conversation of everybody. I mean, like my prize won't have, I probably don't even have to look that up. But if you are planning to give a prize, that is substantial, then you probably really do need to look into that. And then I'll even look into it just to see like what the minimum price is. Like say if it's over, like you said, $700 or $900 or whatever, then that is something that the book itself needs to be aware of, not just the individual authors and stuff. Yeah, that's an excellent question.
This is a weird thing, and I could be totally off base, but one of the things I used to do with CDs would put suggested donation. And the reason why I did that was because if somebody bought a CD, didn't have the money to buy a CD, I'd say suggested donation. They'd throw us $1, I'd be happy and give them a CD. But we could be a suggested donation treasure going the opposite way or something along those lines. That would be a good question for Tim.
Yeah.
Can you expand on that? I don't quite understand.
So
Oh, Ken, your audio dropped off. Huh.
Oh, I heard you now, I think. Nope. I think I hear you now.
are we
Yep.
good?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what
now you're up.
happened there. Welcome to modern technology. So I used to be a hippie musician type. I used to sell CDs for my band, but I used to do it so that it didn't have like a necessarily a sticker price. I used to say suggested donation $10, but if somebody wanted to come up and say, "Hey, here's $1," it's a way to avoid taxes, right? So what I would ask Tim is, hey, could we do that in reverse? Your prize would be a suggested donation from the author of 200 or something along those lines. I don't know where I was going with that, but to try to avoid taxes and kind of avoid the financial fee of doing that.
If I were the person that won, I would be like, well, I suggest $1,000.
That's why I would ask Tim. I would say suggested donation limit of 200 or something along those lines. But that's a good question for Tim. I'm just trying to not get us. I don't even know how treasure hunts work or how those guys, even like the Skydrop one, how all that works. If the guy's got to collect taxes or anything, I bet you Tim knows that answer.
Yeah. Yep, we'll ask him. Okay, so let's see. Let me type up this question.
But
so I
that's
can
going
post
way
it.
off the rails too.
Okay, so we have a question from Spencer. Let me type it in really quick. And by really quick, I am a terrible typist, so it may take me a second. But okay, so he says, do we want to have one prize per puzzle, or could we have multiple prizes for like the first 50 solvers?
Maybe like a certificate or something with like, I don't know.
I like the idea of having a coin for every puzzle or something that says, hey, I solved a mind game something, and then have each author pick whatever their price is. I think that would be a great idea. Hey, I got a mind coin puzzle or mind games puzzle.
But up to a certain amount, because like not everybody, like we'd run out of.
Well, how many authors do we have?
Or you mean just
we don't know, actually. I don't think we're gonna know. We have 30, a little over 30 in the group, but I don't know if we're gonna know how many are gonna make it into the book until they actually submit something for the book. Because life gets in the way, stuff, best laid plans and stuff happens. Love the idea of doing something holistically or like all together, like first 50 solvers or Oh, Spencer, do you mean like not the first 50 winners of the prizes, like not the first person that wins each prize, but like the first however many number of people that actually do come up with that answer, like solve it. I like that idea of giving more than just the winner. I think it kind of all comes down to a couple things. Like, one is money, like where the money, like if it's a booking, like the first 50 people that send in correct answers to any puzzle would get, this $5 coin or whatever. That comes down to like the money, like where would that funding come from to cover that price. And then it comes down to like so I had a second one. I think it makes it a lot of fun. I love the idea of having more than just one winner for stuff, but I just don't know. Because, like, say we did a coin, you can have the coins. They're like $5 each, something like that. So for each person to cover $5 is not really a big ask. But then where does the $300, the original run that, $300 to get them made come from, kind of thing.
I would think that if you did it the right way, you would have one puzzle. If you solve it, you get a coin and whatever the person's prize is. So put, I forget what Tim said he got coins made for, but they weren't that bad. So I want to say like $5 to $10, but I could be wrong. But add that to the puzzle maker's prize. Not only do you get a Mind Games coin, but you get the puzzle maker's prize as well.
Yeah. And maybe that's something that we add that right off, like the top $5 off of the costs of the book. Like if enough, like if all the authors want to do that, and that would be something, then that would be like the top $5 off the book. So say instead of that like $19.99 that we were talking about, then we made it $24.99. That for not split as royalties, it goes straight back into that coin. So essentially each reader would be covering the cost of their own coin win one, if that makes sense. But then I don't know.
We're gonna be so rich.
It's definitely not a get rich quick or ever industry, that's for sure. But it's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I love the idea, and I think we could probably bank on selling 100 books. I think, especially with the number of artists that we're going to have in it, everybody's going to do their own little bit of self-promotion, things like that. Selling 100 is nothing to sneeze at, but I think it's definitely doable. And I would think that we could probably sell 200. I know, like,
especially if we all ask our friends.
Yeah. And we'll all be doing our own, like, a little bit of self-promotion. Plus the promotion, like whatever whatever live streams and, podcasts and stuff like that we can get on with Jenny, Mysterious Writings. Maybe we can get multiple write-ups or, like little interviews or something like that with that. And maybe we have some people signed up that have already made projects that will be. So that's always a plus. I don't know. What do you? I guess it would just be up for a vote. Is if that's some cost is something like $300 up front. And another thing we need to think about is KDP. it's notorious for taking a long time to send you royalties. So say we put it out November 1st, and then the first set of royalties would be locked in on the 15th. So it's locked in on the 15th of every month. And then 2 months later, they send you that first month of royalties. So they're notorious for getting, for taking a long time to pay, which is not the end of the world. But if you're the person that fronted that first $300, you know what I mean, to get those coins, that could be a factor of how long it takes to get it back.
So if we got 20 people to go in for the coin and split that 300, that would be $15 each, plus $5 for their coin. So that seems pretty reasonable. And then presumably the die would be cut. So if you wanted to print additional coins, you won't have to pay that 300 again. You just have to pay $5 more per coin.
Yeah. And I think it's not even, I think that 300 is just that first minimum order. So you get like a set of however many coins it is for that 300.
Cool.
Like I think you get, I'll have to ask Tim, but I think it's something. So it's not like the 300 is the first setup fee or anything like that. Like you get that amount in coins. You just have to pay just have to pay the 300 up front. You know what I mean? So it's not, if that makes sense. So it's like, I don't know, however many, like 300, like what would that be, like 60 coins? So your first, or you have to do a minimum order of 60 coins for $300 to
Which
get
would be
any
more
printed.
than enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that way each person could have, if 30 people chose to do that, they could keep one for themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. And so all that money goes to the coins. I mean, there may be some setup fee. I'm not sure, but I think it's pretty close to, you order 60 coins for $300. And, but I think the setup fee is kind of folded into the minimum order. So yeah. So, I mean, it's really not bad. It's just coming up with that money up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be so
But it
cool
would
if you
be
could do
fun.
if you could do like a decoder ring where almost like every person that won could communicate with each other in their own cipher.
Oh, that'd be
Something
awesome.
like
Oh, that would be so cool.
it would be ABC, and then you would put the decoding language. It might be easy to solve if it's just like a one-on-one kind of thing. But
yeah. That's
We could have
really
one
fun.
for each book, like our next series and this series. I mean, this could be ongoing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you could even have some codes in the book that they won't be able to decipher until they get the coin.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
I mean,
Drink
I would
more
chip in for
Ovaltine.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I would definitely chip in for sure. That'd be really fun.
The tricky part would be figuring out how to make it complicated, because if it's just like a Caesar cipher, everyone's going to be able to solve it without even needing the ring. But yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, like maybe just make it like random, because then only the coins would truly be able to solve it. If there was like a random ring, you have your ABC, your alphabet in the middle, and then like a ring of randomized alphabet on the outside or something like that. That could be fun.
Cool.
Or even like ABC around the center with like sometimes like a symbol just substituted in, because you would know exactly what letter it was supposed to be because it's in the order of the alphabet. So you would know that like, oh, ampersand is now a P, and then whatever, and then like around the outside. That would be fun.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask Tim about that too. He's like the guy that does all the
Poor Tim.
Yeah. Hey, where is he? He should just be here. But that's cool. No, that's a good idea, Spencer. That's really fun idea. Let's see if anybody else has said anything. And then that kind of, I think, kind of brings us back around to like rules. Everyone is gonna be responsible, like have their own rules and things like that. But that's part of what's is so cool about doing it with a group, because you can post your verbiage for your rules and say, hey, does this have any loopholes, or is this any good, or is this, does this sound crazy, or George says, remember when solving a puzzle was its own reward. That's true.
What's the
Pepperidge
Pepperidge
Farm.
Farm? I don't know that one. I mean, I know Pepperidge Farm, but I'm sure that's a callback to something they did.
Did they put like a little like words of wisdom on their packages or something? Maybe.
I know there's a meme about Pepperidge Farm remembers.
That's an old commercial.
Okay.
I guess I can take this off. We're not really. Let me see what else. Oh, some cool stuff. There, for anybody that wanted to use the images, you can search out like royalty-free commercial use images on like websites like Pexels and things like that. You can find some free ones. And then one of the like really fun things to do with them is if you run them through PowerPoint artistic effects, like this is all that one picture from the top left.
Cool.
And then, so you can do all kinds of like and that's super simple. It's like 2 seconds to like, change it up or whatever. But that can kind of have some fun effects and is super simple. I'm like, I don't know, self-taught's not really the right term because I don't really, I wouldn't say that I know how to do anything, but like, just kind of like fiddled around and like found like easy ways around stuff, I guess you could say. But that was
Kathy,
that's a favorite.
Does Canva have stock images you can use royalty free too?
I feel like, so I have the pro version of Canva just because, I don't know, I signed up for it and didn't cancel it. So those images, I believe, are definitely able to be used for business type things. I just am not certain. There's a free version of Canva, and I don't know the limitations on that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think you're right. I think they are. You can use those for commercial use for free as well, or included in your subscription. Yeah. What else? What are we missing?
I know Tony, if you need art too, Tony DeRosa would hook people up. He's obviously don't want to berate him with a bunch of 800 different things, but I know if you needed help, he would help you out in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he's really
He's
talented.
amazing.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, he's doing the cover work. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Oh, cool.
It's awesome.
He's been, if you guys haven't had a chance, he's mailing me this fairy in a jar.
Oh yeah.
Made. Oh,
Those are cool.
it's ridiculous. But we go back and forth all the time. That kid's amazing.
What's the title of the book?
You'll have to ask Tony. Tony said, "Hey, what's the title of the book?" Yeah, the other Tony. Tony said, "Hey, what's the title of the book?" And I was like, "Look, I'm a firm believer. Whoever's doing the work of it can make the like they can pick it whatever they want." So he came up with something cool, and I mean I think it's perfect and it fits. I'm not going to say what it is just because how it is, like things change, like or whatever. So it may change a few times or whatever, but it goes perfect with the cover art. The cover art's super cool. It captures like the essence of the book, of it just being like a collection of different puzzles and things like that. So it's really cool. So I guess I'll just put it this way. I'll leave it to him to put it out if he wants or whenever he wants or whatever. But it's great. It's really good.
So the only cohesiveness of the book, the things that'll be the same, would be like the page numbers then, and like I guess just the front. So all the font could be different. All of the cover pages for each section can be different. All of that is going to be different.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's just you have your own your own section, just depending on like if you're doing like a narrative, like a prose based puzzle, then you've got like a tiny book. You know what I mean? Or if you've got like puzzles like the mind game stuff that I like to do. Like you've got like just a section. It's your section, and you'll have your cover page, and then you can have whatever you want, and then your rules. You have to have your rules, and then you can have like about the author page or whatever if you want to. And I guess if anybody is planning to do something over like 10, 20 pages, let's say 20 pages, probably let me know, just because of printing cost. Just that way we know that if we do decide to do something like with the button, with the coins or something like that, then we would need to also like an extra, we'd need to go up a price point, because it does, like, so the first, I think 110 pages are included in the price, and then after that it's kind of like a per page price. But I think all the numbers that I posted earlier were like a 200 page book. So, and I don't think I won't be going like 10 pages. I don't think I'll be going like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 pages. I don't know what everybody else, and it's fine, however the length anybody wants to go. But I figured like some people go 2 or 3 pages, and most probably like 5, 6 pages. And then, but if you have over that, just give me a heads up. That way we can just kind of make sure that we get the price point right.
Just out of curiosity, how many people here have cats? Because I've already seen like 5 cats. Sorry about that distraction.
I think that's part of the requirement.
Yeah.
This is Ray Skywalker.
Got some running. Oh, nice.
Aw.
My wife named her.
This is Maybe.
Hi, Maybe.
We weren't sure we were going to keep her.
Jasper's running around in the background somewhere.
Maybe.
That's my new favorite name, Maybe.
That's
We're
awesome.
also big Arrested Development fans.
Hmm.
So we have Maybe and Tobias as our pug.
Oh, nice. Oh, and Nicholas said that the Pepperidge Farm Remembers is a Family Guy reference, which is why I don't get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Funny. Let's see if we got any more comments.
It's sad I remember the commercials.
All right. That was
So-
a really good. Do we have any more questions like that whole like what are the rules in the state for like winning amount, like prize amounts and stuff like that? That was really good. Anybody else think of anything?
Tim for coin prices.
Yeah.
And then my question, I know this is going to be Kathy's question too, because the continual ADHD right here. What's our deadline?
We desperately need one.
Okay. What do you guys want for that? Because I don't feel qualified. Like I feel like, I don't know, crappy putting out a deadline or something. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's like a crack the whip. So when do you think you could, like, have anybody got started yet, or are we like not started yet? Yeah.
So I have actually got started and have my answer key.
Nice.
And it'll probably take me, if I really sit down and do it, it'll probably take me about 3 or 4 more days to finish.
Okay.
And I think that once my campers close tomorrow, I think we'll have plenty of time. So I hate to be that guy, but I should be done by the end of next week.
How long does it take for the book to be ready? Once we're like, okay, we got all the stuff, we put it in.
Yeah.
How
Great
long does it take?
Okay. So say that, okay, so there'll be an original, like a first deadline. Okay. And then everybody sends in their stuff. Depending like how hard that is to format, hopefully that would just take a couple days to get formatted. So say we put it, I'm just going to say I'm just going to use the first of the month as an example, not November 1st, but just like as an example. So say we say send it in by the first of the month as our first deadline. So then that would take me probably till, let's say the 5th, maybe 4th or 5th, to make sure that it gets formatted correctly and is in there, and then back out to people for a proof, just to make sure like at that point, really, you should already kind of, because you formatted it onto your own, like in your own pages. So you probably don't really care that much about that's probably just a me thing. Like I have to just make sure it all fits together. And then from the time that we first submit it to to KDP, and they're just really, they're not looking for proofreading or anything. They're just looking for making sure it's within the margins and there's no copyrighted material included in it. Then they send a hard copy proof. If you want one, you can get a hard copy proof, and they send like the like, I guess it is still a PDF proof at that point. And as long as everyone has already like done their own proofreading, please do all of your own error proofing before you submit it the first time. Then I think it's like 1 week from the time that we push the button saying, yes, this is the book. This is done. We approve this to be printed. They give you a date, and it's like about a week ahead. So then you get your release date is about a week out. So say that say we have a first hard deadline of the 1st, then by the 10th we could have it published. If that makes
I
sense.
would work backwards from when we want to have it published.
Yeah.
Like if we were trying to get it out before Christmas so people can order it or whatever, I would want to work backwards from that date, and then and then we'd know how many people could complete something by that date too, right? So you'd know how much would be in the book.
And the great thing about it is that it is Amazon. So like literally as soon as it goes live, people place an order and 2 days later they got it, and so we don't ever have to, worry about like, anything. We don't even know, like, we don't even have to know. We just get a report with the numbers. So if we do want to, how many people really want to still shoot for that goal of Christmas? Because I think it's doable. Before Christmas, like as a Christmas gift in the treasure hunting communities, kind of marketing this, or trying to pick up some extra sales that way.
I'm down. I'm gonna be done soon.
Okay.
I'm down. I would need a deadline though, because you asked who had started, and I have not started. And I think mine will probably just be a page for the riddle, and then however many pages for the title and
okay, perfect. All right. Okay. Do we just want to be like, so if we do want to do sales for Christmas, we do want to do a little lead time for people to get it for Christmas and to like, be excited and like post their picture on, Facebook, like, hey, look what I got, kind of thing or whatever.
But maybe not too close to Christmas, right?
Right.
I mean, I'm thinking not too far from Christmas either, because then everybody starts working on it. Like the people who bought it to work on it versus the people who got it for a Christmas present, and then half the puzzles, maybe they were easy and they're solved already. That's like,
that's true.
That happened with Samantha's book.
I think that's a good point, but I also think that there'll be enough that won't be solved that people will still continue to buy it.
Oh yeah. I think there's going to be tough ones. Do we want to try to make the first deadline? What if we did it before Thanksgiving, the first deadline before Thanksgiving? Then no one has to worry about it, working on it, or doing any of it during Thanksgiving. And then I can format it when I'm at my in-laws' house. Just kidding.
That sounds like a win-win. Is that what that is?
Okay, so
sounds like that just leaves like a month, right, for it to be published.
So I don't. Well, that's a month for puzzle creation, and then we could possibly. Okay, so let's back it up just a little bit. Let's say November 20th. That's a Wednesday.
Okay.
Because wait, when is Thanksgiving? Is the 29th or the 22nd?
Late.
Yeah, it's the 29th this year, I think. Let's look it up.
Yeah, it's really like the end of the month.
Yeah.
Because Amazon might ask us to revise it like 3 or 4 times. Like I had a friend who they just kept like having them send it back for stupid reasons, and they just having to change these little tiny things, and it ended up taking like 3 weeks longer than they thought.
Oh wow! Ouch. Okay.
So you never know.
Yeah. Well, were they like copyright stuff or marginal stuff, or we don't know?
It was like page just like quibbling over page formatting, and
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know. They were very precise about certain things,
Oh.
but that might have just been that one case. It could go easy for us. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of knowledge. I just know that one person that did it. But.
Yeah. Okay. So Thanksgiving is the Thursday, the 28th. So what if we did our first deadline to have it submitted, and that means like submitted to me to have it like put together, the 22nd, the week before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that'd be fine by me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then hoping that all goes well. Everybody just please stick to the margins, because I know that is something like they're very picky with. If we get it into the 22nd, then I can work on formatting it like in the evenings and stuff that next week. And then we may be able to even get it back to them by December 1st for like an early December, like a December 4th or something like that, release date.
Cool.
If things go well.
But and we could choose, like, even if they're done 2 weeks before we want to publish it, we can still tell them to hold off till whatever date we set.
Yes. Yeah. And if you're done early, please send it to me early, because then I can go ahead and just already have those sections formatted and and have that all together. And then that way, all that it is just like at the end, whoever's still coming in, then they get formatted and together. And then there was also the thing of themes. If people wanted to do themes, if teams or individuals want to do themes with other individuals, then I can definitely put those next to each other in the book if they want to. If there's like puzzle types that are general, like if somebody wants to do like crosswords, or like their twist on crosswords, or their twist on word search or whatever it is, then we can put like those together as like classics if we wanted to do something like that. It should be pretty easy to oh no, I'm not going to finish that sentence. Not going to jinx it. But with everyone formatting their own individual pages, then maybe it won't be so bad as far as putting it together. Is anyone really good? If anyone in the group is really good at Word, things like that, we could use your help maybe with some things like, just the simple stuff like you have to actually insert page break here to make it, your picture not move around, or, like just kind of quirky word stuff. Then that would be great if they have any tips. If you could post those tips for the Microsoft Word, that'd be good.
Oh, and you may have already done this, but will you be sending all the contributors just a style sheet that says, here's what you want on page 1 as far as title and stuff, and then your puzzle, and then for the last page you want how to submit it, or something like that, just so we know what, because you briefly explained it here, but I've already forgotten most of it.
Yeah. I definitely can. I tell you what I'll do is I'll just include like a list of everything that has to be included, as far as like you need
margins.
Yes, the margins. Yes, and then like you also, like you said, like you have to come up with your own rules. You have to come up with your own solution submission system, which could be just as simple as like an email, or whatever.
And it would make it easier for people to read if, like, in each puzzle, those things were in the same order, like whatever it is, rules, submission, puzzle, or puzzle, whatever that turns out to be.
Okay. Yeah, then I definitely will. Yeah. Okay. Because I was kind of like waffling back and forth of do we make people put that on their cover sheet or not? But I think the cover, it feels like you might want to just keep it cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like you might just want it to be like the puzzles. Let's see, the puzzles. Like you could have it all typed out, or it might want it cooler, like at the end where it's just like the maze. You know what I mean? So yeah. So what do you think? Okay, I think I'm just gonna leave the cover sheet up to everyone. And then, but on the rules sheet can become the rules and info page. And then that could be formatted. Does that sound good? Like that could be like your info at the top and then your rules. And then if you need more than one page, whatever.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Would
And
this
then that way,
this submission info, like here's how to submit, be on that page too?
yes. So yes,
And
exactly.
the
So we'll have
the prize and all.
yes. Yep.
Cool.
And then, so like I did have a rules page, but I think I kind of blurred it just kind of make it like more generic. But yeah, so this and what was the rules page will now become the info and rules page. So you'll have, you can put your byline on your cover if you want to, but you'll definitely have to have it on your rules and info page. So yeah, so now the rules and info page will have a list of everything that you need, everything that you have to have on there. I think that works.
For the formatting guide, if you have like a font recommended font size, so because we may not know what it looks like when it's printed, it sounds like it's 8 by 10, right? So people don't make fonts that are too small.
Right. So they do have KDP has some recommended fonts and sizes. I want to say they said like Times New Roman, they said Garamond, like anything between like a 12 point to a 14 point. But that's for like regular like prose books and things like that. So I mean, I don't necessarily think you have to, like, it's good to information to know, like that's the
At least
general
for like the
guideline.
rules page though, right? Like at least for like the stuff that's the same, right? It could be like a standard. We could decide we want this
Okay.
font, this size, so that there's something in there that's consistent, and they know when they're on that page, it's all the same. Like, you know what? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We could do that.
That's a good idea.
And that may turn out to be 1 or 2 pages, just depending on how long people's bios are and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. But I will definitely send out. That's a good idea, Tony, with the sheet with everything that needs to, all the info that has to be included and the order that it has to be included. As long as I just didn't know if that felt bossy or not. like it felt like you had to do like a book report cover sheet page, or whatever, a reference, research paper.
I thrive on rules and deadlines, but
Nice. Okay, I do too. Yeah. Okay.
It's organized chaos, right? So we've got the organization and the chaos in between. It's going to be great.
Okay. All right. So November 22nd is your deadline.
Heck yeah.
And if you get it done before that, that's great. Send it to me.
I think it's a cool concept. I just think, we're all gonna have little publishing credits. We're all gonna be cool moving forward.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to volunteer to spearhead the coin idea, and I say coin idea, it can be something else, but that was just kind of like the example that we gave here. If anybody wants to spearhead that, and I would definitely like chip in, and like I think it's a great idea. I think people would be willing to chip in and make that a reality. So, but if anybody wants to head that project,
I could post about it in the group and just see how many people are interested in doing that, and see if maybe Tony D wants to do the art.
That could be cool. Very cool. Okay, fantastic. and I'll talk to my lawyer. It's just fun to say that about the coins and the rules, the prize rules, and see if we have any things that we need to be aware of, or what the limit is, what the minimum, like when do you have to start looking stuff up like that? Like what's the prize amount where you have to start looking stuff up like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
I gotta talk to my lawyer. That's awesome.
I'm lucky. I've been lucky. I've never had to like say that. Except for in like fun situation like this. So that's good.
Well, that one time I was in prison, but
Oh my gosh.
no, I'm very excited about everything, and I really appreciate this opportunity. I hope I can't wait to see what everybody comes up with.
She's showing you she made her own book.
Oh,
Oh,
nice. I
It's
love
about
it. That's
We're
too
gonna-
awesome.
The cat invasion.
Oh, considering that everybody here has cats, I think we all need copies.
You want to
Yeah.
show her? Yeah, look.
Oh, wow. That's
Awesome.
Cool.
too cool.
Yeah. It's a
I
very
love
good
it.
story.
Mhm.
You gonna help me with my part
Wow,
of the book?
you're the illustrator and the author. That's too cool.
All right.
I think you found your artist.
Yeah, right. I might do something in there like
Why
that.
not?
That would be super fun.
I have so many thoughts, so I have to like rein some of them in.
I take it. Well, obviously, you guys got power back in Florida and all that good stuff. How are things going?
I mean, they're like I live in the unincorporated county, and they're doing an excellent job at picking up vegetation anyway. And I go like to the city areas, and all their stuff's still there, so that's good. Everybody's a lot of people were still without internet because Spectrum doesn't have that same support coming in like that the power company has and that the ambulances have. Like,
Oh wow.
they're on their own. But that is not my cat.
That's
Okay.
mine. Sorry. She's a stalker.
It's like herding cats here.
There's still a lot though. There's still a lot of damage to be cleaned up. Like we got sheds damaged we have to fix, and our little porch flooded, and we have to fix some stuff out there. But
Kathy, where are you?
St. Petersburg,
My
Florida.
geography.
Tampa Bay by Tampa.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So-
George and them are on the other side.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little northeast.
Speaking of, George said Thanksgiving party at his house this year. If you guys want to come.
Ooh.
So everyone that gets their homework turned in and meets their deadline can go to George's Thanksgiving. No, I'm just kidding.
What happened to puzzle writing for the sake of it instead of a prize?
You said you wanted a deadline.
Definitely a deadline. Definitely.
That's awesome. Oh, this is going to be awesome. I'm just trying to think of any other questions we might have.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll have to do this again or get to do this again.
Do you have an estimate about how many people are interested in doing a puzzle?
I know 33 are in the group. And
Nice.
so I'm hoping that at least the vast majority of them at least plan to make one. I think we'll probably end up around 20 if I had to guess.
Cool.
Yeah.
Maureen and
think
I
is a
have
great
decided
number.
to work together, so I don't know if any other people are working together on one, but
Who did?
me and Maureen are going to work together
Oh,
on ours.
nice.
Nice.
Oh, that's going to be a good puzzle. That's going to be cool.
So if I know some puzzles will be longer, but if every puzzle was 1 page, we're talking 60 pages, or maybe average of 3 pages, so 90 pages, or let's see.
That's an important question. Is it front to back as a page, or is front a page and back a page?
They count, so a leaf, so what do they call those? A leaf. So the front and back is 1 page.
So 100 pages, 5
okay.
pages each for 20.
Yeah. So a book of, I think, yeah, I mean, I think that's right. I don't know. That's a great question. You know what? Now that I think that might be wrong, because they just list it as, you know, like the table that has all the pricing and things like that. They just list it as 108 pages, 0 or like, I don't know, it's like 20 to 108 pages is the one price. And then once you go past that, then you have like the per page pricing. But I priced out, I think 200. All those things that I posted earlier was like 200 page color. So let me look back and see that.
Yeah, so it may turn out to be more magazine size depending on how long everybody's puzzles are.
Yeah, I think. Oh no, I think we'll definitely. I don't think we'll have it. We'll run into the problem of having too few pages. I definitely don't think that's going to be a problem.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't think that will be an issue.
Somebody will have to write a back of the book, and it's going to get all complicated.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, like we'll want to like a. We'll have like a, you know, like not a dedication, a prologue, you know, written by somebody cool, and then by the time, yeah, I don't think it'll be an issue of having too few pages. I don't think. I'm more like, I mean, I think we have a bigger chance of having more than 200 pages than less than 100 pages, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
but that could be wrong.
If my son can come up with something, can he have a page in the book? He wants to know.
I mean, it could be under your authorship.
Put it under me. Okay.
Yeah. I just don't know the rules or whatever about under 18 and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't either. That's more labor laws, you know, child labor.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's over here talking.
What else are we missing?
Well, I think, like you said, we, you know, let people die. People are going to be able to rewatch this, right?
Oh yeah.
So let people who can't be here tonight kind of digest that. You know, hey, check this out. These are some of the questions we came up with. As people kind of dial their thought process in, now that they have kind of a structure and a setup, we might have other questions that pop up, and we might have to do this again.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah.
Plus, I'll rewatch.
All right, folks. So November 22nd is our first deadline. How about that?
You're going to post that, right?
Yeah, I'll post about it.
Sounds good.
Probably not tonight, but yeah, definitely by tomorrow I'll have a post up with recap and then the style sheet info out, and then I'll ask Tim if he knows anything, or I'll research the prize amount question. I'm hoping it's something like $1,000, that something we won't have to worry about, you know. So, and then I think maybe if it's coming from different people, I don't even know that. That is a good question, though. What if somebody wins multiple prizes from this one book? Does that count for tax purposes or whatnot? Actually, wouldn't it just be on their own? Like if you win something, it's your
responsibility to report it.
Yeah, it's your responsibility to report it.
Maybe
it is, but a lot of times you have to have, if it's over a certain amount, you have to send them something. But if it's like a smaller amount, that'd be on your own. But you have like disclaimers or something sometimes.
But how does that work for like the Skydrop people, all that hot mess? I'm sure, you know, I mean, that's a good question.
Oh. But we're putting it out like a published book as opposed to just like, here's this puzzle. I don't know if was that a published like book type thing or?
What was that? You had to pay for an
Yeah, it was a
admission.
big deal.
Yeah, it was weird. It was so weird. You had to pay money to be able to get to look at the clue and the video, and it was weird.
I'm sure there were like terms and conditions though, like that they had to like follow. And for that, it's one puzzle. So it's like, these are the terms and conditions. Whereas with this, like, is it a joint terms and conditions, or do we have to have individual things because we're in different states? Or
That's a good Tim question. Do we say our puzzle group is incorporated in Guam? You know, it's a good question.
but it may be nothing. I think about weird things like that. So
No, that's a good one.
Or there may be rules about places that people can't participate. They can't win if
Right.
from certain countries legally.
That's a good point, because I know like a lot of the poker sites, some states you can play the poker sites and some states you can't. So that's a Tim. Boy, I don't know what kind of lawyer Tim is, but
He better bone up on this
he,
stuff.
he better Atticus Finch this pretty good.
Too funny.
Oh, by the way, George says that he'll help Kathy's son with his puzzle if you want him.
oh, that's
Aww.
awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome. George said I'll help you with your puzzle. You don't want me helping you.
All right, guys. So are we a wrap? What do you think? Is it a wrap tonight?
So
Sure.
Okay.
it was so good seeing everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
good seeing people's faces.
Heck yeah.
for sure.
I'm so looking forward to this. This is gonna be awesome.
This is
Me
gonna be
too.
fun. All right, guys. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye everybody.
Bye.